talking. My next guest probably thinks I'm going to ask her to slow dance. She is civic media meteorologist Brittany Merlot joins us now. And Brittany, we have such a short time, but I have to ask you questions. And you're welcome to share a favorite duet if you have one.
Oh gosh, can I avoid that of all of them?
You
No one
never
wants to
want to
hear
answer
that.
any of my. Why? What is it like? Really sappy? Look, and Todd just insulted my one of my favorite duets.
Come on, Brittany, what do you got?
Goodness, favorite
Endless
duet. Can it be like Boondocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
All
what
right.
that is, but sure, yeah.
You know
Is
what
that a
that
song?
is? That's like a country song. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's a duet?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
All right. I don't know. I don't sing. Okay. I sing in the rain and no one hears me.
Oh, that's a very sweet visual. I like to sing in the shower where I sound amazing.
Right? There too.
Hey, this is really fun. Thank you for joining me. I know we had you on last week when your ticks thing had just posted. You posted a thing. If you have not checked out Brittany's the stuff she posts on the Civic Media website, please do so. It's so good. And you make weather fun, but you scared the living daylights out of me with the tick stuff. What do we need to know, and how do we not get bit by ticks?
What part scared you? Oh gosh.
In general, ticks. I don't want Lyme disease, right?
That's true. No one does. And
No.
I've been bitten by a tick and they'll just get you out of nowhere. I'm telling you. They're by the rivers, they're in the woods, they're in the tall grass.
Yeah.
Definitely, make sure that you have that DEET on at least 30% if you're going to be walking and hiking in those conditions, or kayaking as well. I've definitely been out on the kayak in the middle of the water and looked down and there was a tick right there on my arm. Actually, 3 of them, little baby ones. The worst. Yes.
It was probably in the boat, right?
Yes,
Like maybe they were in there somehow. I
must have brushed up on some grass. You never think about it, and there they were. I stood straight up in a kayak. I don't think many people can do that.
Right. So the DEET works. Bug spray works with ticks.
It
I didn't
does.
know that. Okay.
Yeah, if you look on there, it says ticks as well. Make sure you get that one, but at least 30% DEET. And then, just wear long sleeves, tuck your pants into your socks because, they crawl in there and they'll be on your leg and you can't even feel them. That's the creepy crawly part.
I know.
Is you don't know that they're there. It's not like a spider where you feel it or you get that little sensation and you want to wipe it off. You don't feel that with these guys. So definitely check every time. You've got about 2 hours when you get home to make sure you shower, rub your hair, stuff like that,
Yeah.
shake them out. And they also say, I don't know how true this is, I'm not a total tick expert, but I like TikTok. They say if you throw your clothes that you're wearing in the dryer for at least 20, 30 minutes on high heat, that it's supposed to kill any of the ticks that may be on your clothes as well, because you don't want to drop them in your house and then they're on your pets, or they'll find your way to their bed,
Yeah. What's weird is where I live, I can't believe I don't think I've ever had a tick as an adult since I've lived in Wisconsin as an adult. And I'm still scared of it. I know that's weird, but we live in kind of a woodsy area.
Yeah.
And you said 2 hours. You have 2 hours, but what does that mean? 2 hours before they get under your skin, or you have Lyme disease?
I would in 2 hours take a shower. They're going to be able to fall off in that time frame. I think you have 24 to 36 hours to get the tick off of you for Lyme's disease to like really settle in. But if you think about it, these ticks are first things that they bite onto are usually rodents, with a lot of diseases.
Oh.
So then when they're biting onto you and they're feeding off of you, that saliva is entering your system. So that's kind of where we get a lot of the disease and virus and all that. And, you don't even need the typical bullseye rash is what they all say.
Oh, really?
Technically, that doesn't have to show up. You can still get Lyme's disease without that. If you start having joint pain, fatigue, fevers, things like that, chills, you might have it. So you want to go to the doctor pretty quickly. One thing I do regret is I was living up in northern Wisconsin, and everything was packed up, stuff. I slept on the floor for the last night, you know what I mean? Before you pack everything up and go. I woke up and there was a tick right on my ankle. It freaked me out. I didn't know what to do, but you got to take the tweezers parallel and yank it straight up and get the head out. You know what I mean? You don't want to burst it
Oh
or
man.
make it worse. I did not have a rash, but I still have a mark and a scar. So I don't know if I did it right. And I did
What
not go to
the
the
heck?
doctor. So I have a ton of regrets and I don't want others to, to feel like me.
I would take a small scar over Lyme disease, but
Yes.
I don't. Does liking sappy songs, is that a sign that you might be infected by ticks? By ticks?
Maybe. Getting super sentimental all of a sudden.
No, I don't know what's happening here tonight. So all right, so we've had some severe weather in the state, or we're expecting some this week. Where are people
Yes.
affected the most?
Yes. Okay. So a good chunk of Wisconsin, pretty much the southern half of Wisconsin, from Wausau to Green Bay to La Crosse and south. Actually, anywhere you live, because now that I think about it, even Douglas, Burnett, St. Croix counties along the western edge, you're in a flood watch. So everybody's going to get something. What's going to be happening is the system is striking overnight. It's going to be pushing in rain mainly to the western areas. The first is going to be along the warm front. So we're going to get some widespread heavy rain, probably around a half an inch, maybe an inch in some places. And then we might get a little break. And the more sunshine and a break you get, the stronger, the severe storms you could probably expect, because that's going to create more instability. It's going to get muggy. Our dew points are climbing into the 60s to 70s, which we have not had that at all this year. So it's going to be pretty humid, acting as
Oh
fuel for
boy.
these storms. And the cold front's going to slam right into all of that. So when that hits, of course, that's going to be the biggest severe risk. So the Storm Prediction Center has us in an enhanced risk right now for a good chunk of the state. We could see large hail. We're going to see heavy downpours, probably 1 to 2 inches of rain. So flash flooding localized up into northwest Wisconsin, where that flood watch is. You could see up to 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. So that's going to be a lot of flooding, rising rivers
Yeah.
ongoing. And then, not to mention, in this line of storms, we could see some tornadoes spinning up. Some tornadoes could be in the storms out ahead of it as well. A lot of the
Yikes.
storms out in front, if they're on their own, they can suck up all that energy and really do some damage. So I'm also concerned with the heavy rain throughout the morning. If we get some strong winds in this line of storms, you can get some trees uprooted. If you think about how soggy the grass is going to be at this
Oh,
point,
right.
it's easier for winds to knock these big trees over pretty
Jeez.
easily. So
So we got
yikes.
that to look forward to.
Fun. Sorry, guys. Sunshine on Thursday.
Oh, that's fantastic. Brittany, thank you so much for joining us tonight and
You're
freaking
welcome.
me out about ticks. It was still fun. It's the way you say it, it's still fun.
Thanks.
Awesome. Have a great night.
You as well. Bye.
All right. That's Brittany Merlot, Civic Media meteorologist, joining us tonight on Night Lights. Coming up next, we'll read some texts and we'll talk to